Grandmaster Torok, KSD and Kajikembo under Senior Grandmaster Emil Bautista.
Jimmy Bumpus.
Okay. Today we're going to show you some entry techniques for sparring. You've probably seen something like this elsewhere, but on the other hand, redundancy is a wonderful thing. Keep in mind that when you're fighting, the distance will change. So there's distancing and there's timing of the technique. If you're super fast, well, you can throw anything from anywhere and maybe you'll catch it if you have good accuracy. But if you get older or you're not so fast, you need to have combinations that work. Keep in mind, I might move up to Jimmy and he may move back. Jimmy may move in. Jimmy may move on me. We may both move at the same time. He can back off, he can go sideways and so on. So these things will change. But right now for practice, we'll take a technique that's at a predetermined distance. We usually work 3 distances. For hands, this is close, we can hit. Okay, this is intermediate, and this is long distance. I can still hit him with my hand, but it takes more reach. Okay. For legs, same idea. This would be close. This would be intermediate. This would be far. I still can keep him with here, but I got to do something to compensate for that distance. But keeping in mind that I might think I'm at a far distance and do that technique, but then as I start my technique, Jimmy moves in or goes somewhere else, and the distance changes. So the best combination is one that gives you the opportunity to change what you're going to do based on what is actually happening. And of course, the combination has to be practiced, practiced, practiced. If it doesn't feel natural, it's not going to work. So we're going to work 3 entry techniques for sparring. These are offensive moves against the person versus defensive moves, etc. Okay? The first one we'll call a knee jerk. So we're fighting, okay? I'm at an intermediate distance. I want to surprise and hit Jimmy. I need to do something that kind of makes him think something else. So what I'm going to do is jerk my knee like I touched something hot. This does 2 things. One, it drops my body. It sets my muscles up to come in, okay? But it also hopefully takes Jimmy out, okay? So from here, wherever my intermediate distance is when we reach it, okay? So I knee jerk, come in, and it'll be a hand technique typically that I'll come in, okay? So jerk, come, oh, so that's knee jerk. That'll be, boom, just like that. Now you can get off other techniques of that. Second entry is going to be what we call a Thai entry, Thai boxing entry, which is just covering up like this, okay? So what we do here is we come in, as I cross this middle line here, this median line where I can hit him, this knee comes up, I cover myself so it's harder for him to hit me. My weight's forward, so if he kicks, I don't get knocked back. Okay, and then I open up. Usually, I open up with a check hand because sometimes when you try to punch, you miss, or you might have moved or something like that. Okay, so what we want to do here is come in and then finish with a technique of some kind. Okay. Now the important thing is cover up well. But if I cover my head too low when he punches, I'll poke myself in the eye. So if I bump off my head, then my hand will come off quicker. If I think I'm just covering off my hand, it's going to stay there and I get jammed. Now I could do this off my lead leg too, but at a longer distance, I want to come in from there. From here, I come in here. Okay? So again, this is called a Thai boxing entry. So from here, oh, here. Okay? The third technique we're going to do is we call the Jim McKenzie shuffle. Jim McKenzie is one of my black belts. He's a martial artist and a kickboxer. And he likes his technique to set up for several kinds of kicks, but one of them is a roundhouse kick. Okay? What we do here, okay, again, this is a little longer distance. Keeping in mind the distance will change. Start with a jab, start out with a cross. That's just fakey kind of stuff. You know you're not going to reach this person. Cross step, jab. So if he's running at you, you've got this hand coming at him. Okay? And then from here, you've also wound up your body so that you can come in with your kick. So it works something like this. Okay? And you don't necessarily head kick, it could be any kind of kick. So it's a sequential set of movements, and the shimmy is where? Shimmy, shimmy. Okay? Because this winds your body up, sets a fake up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So from here, set up, and then you can practice a finish. You're really going for the kick, though. So bam, 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 going for the kick, and then the finish. Now if the guy moves back on you, move back when I come in, Jimmy, alright? I don't kick here, then I'll come around with a back kick or some follow kick. If the guy decides to charge when I'm here, any one of these times his hands can hit. Okay, I can hit here. This fake's low, so he looks low. I can hit here, Okay? But he's going to move. I know he's going to move. So keep in mind the distance that you're going to start and the distance you're going to be at when something really happens. I hope you like these. We'll share some more with you as time goes by. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.